Take 3. Refresh. Be back. Again.
Now we see if OBS wants to cooperate.
Yeah. I'm sure it will now. I'm pretty sure it was the graphics driver update that was, tripping it up.
So we say so.
I gotta get VTube Studio too. There we go. Yeah, it's already moving better.
Yay!
Yeah. Yay! Okay, there we go. Okay. Put that there. Discord can go there. Mixed Up is open and logged in. Tits is about to be logged in. Twitch integrated throwing system. You perverts. Switch that to the voice mod mic.
Is chat really the perverts when you're the one that has to keep specifying that?
Yes.
Your mind is dirty.
My mind is not dirty, it's cluttered, thank you very much. There's a lot. There's a lot of,
Hoarding.
yeah. I hoard things in my mind. Don't worry about it. You might find a lot of, like, tracks of, like, various types of music. They get stuck in the walls sometimes. It's fine. There we go. Okay. I believe I have everything open. Everything is good to go now. Okay. We're good. Okay. Now we're good to go, chat. Let's move this over here. Move that there. Okay. What the fuck was I doing? I was doing something. Okay. Yeah, you. Need to start looking into ascending people. Okay. Okay, why do you take claws, but the other 2 physical characters I have take flasks? That don't make no goddamn sense. Oh. Enhance. we're snoozing that ad break because I just got back. So, material tentative. Material tentative. Material tentative. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna need more for you then. Let's see. Where is you at? Ooh, I didn't know I could. Shiny. I'm gonna need more for you as well. Okay. And you are at level 80. Okay, so you're fully maxed out. You're fully maxed out. You're not fully maxed out. I need... Wait, hold on. But you're not an ice character. Why do you need ice things? Huh? Make it make sense. Okay, well, I guess we're farming these since 2 of my people need it. Oh, not that. Real quick, do I have any fuel? No. If I don't, then I'm actually going to back out of that. Terrestrial gird. There it is. There we go. Now we farm. I need fire. I need lightning. And I need quantum. Oh, would you look at that? All my pulls from the last banner.
Whoa.
Whoa. And they all have their respective light cones. I know, I'm amazing.
Look at Fancy Pants Richard McGee over here.
I do want to get a Noxo. Have you seen the gameplay of him?
I have not.
There'll be a way.
One moment, chat. We will come back to this. Are you watching my stream?
Oh. Yes, I am.
Alright, cool. We will come back to this, chat. We will come back to this. You're gonna want him too, after I show you this.
No, let's see. Can I be convinced?
Yes, yes you can.
No, I'm not sure.
With him on your team, weaknesses don't matter anymore.
Oh?
You'll see what I mean. Also, Ratio's been replaced for second husbando by him.
I'm not built for this. You go.
Damn, he barely made it on the list and he immediately got his spot taken.
Anaxa has a nice voice and he's honestly just a badass. You'll see what I mean. Put this in slow-mo so we can properly see this.
Maybe you deserve some of my attention. Look, the show has begun.
Okay, you see their weaknesses that they're weak to, right?
Yeah.
With this divine power, I extract the world's purity, to reforge all things!
And now, oh, damn, I see.
Straight to the soul. Insanity.
Hit them with the Julius Smolder, and now they're weak to everything.
Look, the show with this divine
You can also use his
I
skill twice.
reforge all things.
Damn. Well, that's just not fair.
Enemy data secured.
Sounds like a
Network
skill
effective.
issue for
Time
them,
for a
though.
good old counterattack.
Literally.
Literal skill issue, yeah.
Yeah, I want an Noxa.
I see why.
Yes, Ratio may have just barely made the place his second husbando, but Anaxa takes it by a landslide, okay?
Damn,
I have
Ratio got
16
so
days to
so
get him.
quickly.
What you mean? Fine. Still laggy for some reason. Wasn't doing this earlier. I mess with the graphics at all? No. That's better. Weird. Was it that? Or am I just crazy? I don't know. I don't know. Every 3 of these makes one of those. So it takes 6 of these to make one of those. Okay. Let's just buy them all. Because I already know it's gonna take a lot. There we go. Alright, there we go.
There'll be a way. Share good fortunes.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Wilt here.
How familiar.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Clouds scattered. Nap time. I'm okay. Dream vanished. Let us dance once more. As you wish.
Destined for oblivion.
I'm okay. Unite our goals. That's better.
How familiar.
Wilt here. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Clouds scattered.
Destined for oblivion.
As you wish. Embrace a new life. May death protect us!
Bitch! Let's run it back.
Share good fortunes. I'm okay. Let us dance once more.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Wilt here. Dream vanished.
Destined for oblivion.
That's better. Clouds scattered. As you wish. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Nap time. Unite our goals. Let us dance once more.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Wilt here.
We're going to be doing these a few times
Share
because
good
I need
fortunes.
these for both March 7th and for Card.
Destined
I think
for
that's how you
oblivion.
say his name. Question mark.
As you wish.
Iceman
Yeah, close
Just
enough.
a little
with
something.
suitcase shield. Yes,
How familiar.
Dream vanished.
with the hot sister.
Nap time. I'm okay. Clouds scattered. Let us dance once
You
more.
could like hang out,
Wilt here.
just like hang out with
waters of
anyone
oblivion.
from Honkai, like one of the characters. Which character would you want to just like chill and vibe with?
Unite our goals.
That's a good question.
Everyone's always asking about
Just
the
a little something.
husbandos and
Think nothing
waifus.
of
What about the friends? The friendos?
As you wish.
Who you want to just, you know, grab a coffee with? Mine's
No.
Dream vanished.
Go ahead.
I weep for the
What?
departed.
No.
No.
What?
God damn it.
I said it first.
Mine
Good
is probably
Cloud
You
Survive.
faster.
The girl with the guitar. Lightning girl.
Let us dance once more.
On the still waters of
Yeah, she seems fun.
That's better. We'll cheer.
Definitely.
Like that.
Like what?
She seems
Share good fortunes.
fun.
Seems fun.
I'm okay.
How familiar. Destined for oblivion.
Let's see.
As you wish.
To be honest, probably not
Just a little
Japard.
something. Think nothing of it.
Too much rule following for me.
Dream vanished.
He would probably go on about the rules of the establishment or some shit.
Nap time.
Yeah,
Cloud scattered.
I could see that.
Still waters.
I could definitely see that.
that. That's not allowed. Actually.
Let us dance once more. Unite our
Come
goals.
on, man, lighten up. Who cares? Who's gonna know? You know, it's kind of my job to.
I weep for the
To
departed.
know.
It too shall fall.
As you wish. Dream
Let's go.
vanished. That's better.
That's why nobody invites you anywhere.
Think nothing of it.
Exactly.
I think one would probably be the
Share good fortune.
MC. Cause they always seem to be up to something that would be fun.
Still
And
waters of oblivion.
The male trailblazer, right?
either one, they do about the same
Let
shit.
us dance once more.
Yeah.
Wilt here. Cloud scattered.
Other than that one, probably not Don
For
Hung.
oblivion.
Man, I like to read, but
Dream vanished.
it's like 80% of this man's
Just a little
life.
something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to go and do stuff.
On the still
So-
waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Wouldn't be able to do that.
It too shall fall.
What else do we have out there?
Yeah, I feel like
Me and Sampo would probably end up in jail.
God,
for a
I
little
forgot
bit.
about Sampo.
Unite our goals. Let us
Wait, are we
dance.
talking
and Sampo
actual
going to
Sampo or
jail.
Sparkle Sampo, apparently?
Actual Sampo. Sampo. Me and Sampo going to jail.
Yeah, y'all going to jail.
Wilt here.
Hey, listen, Fred, we can talk.
I would have no
about it.
bail money.
No, that's him trying to convince the
better.
cops not to arrest y'all.
As you wish.
It was
Still
just a
waters
slight
of
miscalculation.
Let us
Us
dance
having to
once
call
more.
up the Astral Express to try and get them to help us out with
Just a
bail.
little something. Think nothing of it.
Pom Pom just sighing, exasperated. This is the 5th time this week.
It too shall fall.
I feel like Sampo would be a good time.
I said someone to just chill and hang out with,
Unite our
not
goals.
someone to commit war crimes with.
We're not committing war crimes, just
Still waters of oblivion.
small scams and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Wilt here.
It's fine.
it's like small local businesses, you know, just small local crimes, you know.
Exactly.
No, Woku. And what's worse is I wouldn't be able to tell who's the bad influence on who.
My dream vanished.
What do you
Dance once
mean?
more.
I wouldn't be able to tell if you wrote Sampo into something with your ideas or Sampo wrote you into something with his ideas.
Share good fortunes.
On the still
Or
waters of
worse, maybe y'all had a get out of my head moment and you both had the same idea.
It too shall fall.
Cloud scattered.
I see this as an absolute win.
The small local businessmen don't. And the local small police, they
Little
don't.
something. Think nothing of it.
They'll be fine.
Dream vanished.
Destined for oblivion.
Few scams here and there, I ain't never hurt nobody.
Such a small crime, they don't even pull out the car chases, they just get their fucking bicycles. Start honking their little bike horns.
Let us dance once more.
Ting ting.
As you wish.
But
Embrace a new
I'm trying to
life.
think of someone other than Sampo that I would want to hang out.
Let's see.
May death protect us.
There's a lot of
Of
hair.
course, there's always Boot Hill. Me and him can go get a drink. That pause. That's your husbando, not mine. I'm perfectly fine going to hang out with the
That
homie
is
and just go get a drink.
That is fair.
Like, see, I have no issues here.
I feel like the only issue with you and Boot Hill is you would probably get frustrated that he can't cuss. And you wouldn't be able to take him seriously.
Still waters of oblivion.
I wouldn't get frustrated. I'd laugh my ass off. He would be getting frustrated.
Root here.
Mother
Listen
fuck,
here,
fuck.
you motherfucker.
Cloud scattered.
Motherfucker? I don't have any fudge here.
Can't
This is not a Dairy
Say
Queen.
that.
Sounds
And
like a
you
skill
know
issue.
it.
Destined for oblivion.
I'm okay.
Just unhack your voice
Dream
box.
vanished.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
Let us dance once more.
Listen
You
here,
can't use half of our
shitbag.
native language.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
Little shirt.
Its face shall fall.
Unite our goals.
Okay, so he says muddle fudger, shirt bag. Is he allowed to
Son of
say
a nice
damn?
lady.
I don't know
That's
yet.
better. Root here.
I don't think so. I think he says dang it.
Destined for oblivion.
That's fair.
Or dang on it. One of those
Not
two.
daggone it.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Let's see.
It's either dang or dang on.
Again.
One of those.
I think it's gonna be dag nabbit or daggone. Something.
On the still waters of oblivion.
I know Boot Hill was never known to cuss.
As you wish.
If you're talking about Boot Hill.
Embrace a new life.
He literally can't.
Yeah. What's funny is they made him do that just so that he would be a bit friendlier and less crass when he was going to Pinnacle.
Share good
Somebody
fortunes.
fucking did that to him. He can't even
Let
turn
us
it
dance
off.
once more.
Wonder if in the future, like as the story goes, they'll add a segment or a side mission where Boot Hill gets to cuss for a little bit and then it gets fixed again.
Dream vanished.
That would be so funny.
I hope there's a side mission where Boot Hill gets to
Still
cuss.
waters of oblivion.
Even just
Cloud
once.
scattered.
It's
As
like
you wish.
watching One Topic
Just a little
cuss.
something. Think nothing of it.
Context, One Topic is a YouTuber streamer that I watch called One Topic at a Time. He never cusses. And then when he does, it's always like censored out.
Unite our goals.
And there was one time,
Let us
only
dance
one
once
time where he
more.
dropped the F-bomb. And that was when
I
they
weep for the
got,
departed.
him and his community got
Its
the
tip shall fall.
goal that they needed for a Trevor project.
Nap time. Root here.
And the community went crazy. I'm pretty sure.
Dream vanished.
But I feel like seeing Boot Hill cuss would be something like that.
Yeah,
Everyone would
probably.
go bananas. I don't think they ever.
Either way, I would be laughing my fucking ass off. I would be 100% be making fun of him for not being able to cuss.
I'm literally one singular Jeller star away from getting this. From getting a special pass. Bullshit. Okay. Can I?
But yeah, I would probably hang out with him, to be honest. I feel like that would be we'd have a grand old time. In between me pissing him off.
Awesome than yesterday, me.
Okay, now where's Japard? I have enough. Oh, okay.
Who knows? Maybe homie is in the pranks. I can get him to record something to mess with you.
Oh no. Oh god. No. I don't need that.
I think it's a great idea.
I think
Me
it's a
personally.
terrible idea. Chat, help. I'm being bullied. I am being heckin'
Chat,
bullied.
they're fine. They're always being bullied. This is
Yeah,
nothing
you
new.
know what? You're right. I am always being bullied. Chat, Can we get a Dono goal? Can we get a
This
$1
place is
donation
buzzing.
for my
That's right. This venue
For
is
my
a
pain.
major representation of that time known as the era filled with
Why
boundless
are you stuck in the fucking... Get out of the goddamn balloon.
Come on, then.
What the heck is this? Oh, it's just this thing. Okay, I thought it was... Wait, no. I don't think that's just this thing. Is that... Okay, I think it's just this thing. Okay. Damn it! I tried to avoid it.
Yes, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established. I was still a young, bright-eyed lad back then, lured here by the watchmaker's ads, full of zeal and ready to make my first fortune in life. Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the Soul Glad that we all know and love today. The dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days, and the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now then, is there anything you'd like to say before the competition officially begins?
Rest assured, we will lose.
There's that, the ever-vigilant, trailblazing spirit we all know.
Hey, you should really fix that defeatist mentality of yours.
Never!
How about you?
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Firefly?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have
March
achieved
7th,
the
you're in
outcome
the
they
shot.
worked for.
Move aside.
A wonderful
Okay.
wish. Miss Himiko, what are you expecting from your team?
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages
On a
offer
side
2
note,
distinct
unrelated,
paths to choose
There's
from,
some new
with
Gatorade
unique
flavors out. They're called
challenges
like
on each
Gatorade
round.
mashups. They're really good.
And
Sipping
in
on the
last
cool blue
stage,
fruit
you
punch
will
one.
face off against a champion who
Yeah,
has
just it
defended the
combines
title
2
to
of the
this
Gatorade
very
flavors
day.
into one.
A
This one's
beloved
cool blue and
contender whose
fruit punch, and
noble
it's
virtues are unrivaled. Those are
I'm gonna have to try that at some point.
simple.
I did not even know they
Everyone
had
clear?
new Gatorade flavors out.
I hereby announce that the 33rd
What?
Scorched
Yeah?
Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soul
You've never
Glad
heard of Cool
Enterprises,
Blue Gatorade?
has started.
Nope. This is completely new to me, fam.
As the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we
You
must
you
reach the
might
end as
have
quickly
without
as
knowing it.
possible.
Hold on, let me get a
Factoring
picture.
in
Give me
efficiency
1
and
second, chat.
safety,
This is
splitting up into 2 groups
my
is the
ADHD
best
will not
choice.
let this go. 1 second.
The fact that this person can be so uncultured bothers me. Basically.
A little bit. Copy image.
Well, damn.
That's it. Because the reason why is because it's one of the iconic Gatorade flavors. You've never seen that one before?
1 second. I'll look.
Okay.
And this goes here. And then. Alright, let me see. Oh, yeah, I've seen the. I think the blue one, yeah.
That's what it's called. Full blue.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Crisis averted. And I know you've seen
this
the
was a crisis.
in my ADHD brain. Yes, it was. And then you've heard of the fruit punch one? Question mark.
Yes.
Yeah, this basically combines both of them, and it's really good. I'm trying
Oh,
to
okay.
drink more Gatorade and Powerade stuff rather than popping coffee 24/7. I got 2 more in the storage.
March and I haven't known Miss Firefly
Well, that's
for too
good.
long, and
I am
aren't overly
trying.
familiar with her.
Chat, take care of
It'd
yourselves.
probably be
I know
better
it's
if the two
hard,
of you paired up.
but you can do it. I believe in you. You got this.
Fine by me.
If I got this,
Let's do it.
you got this.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
The point still stands. If I got this, you got this. Okay? I didn't mean to head pat myself, but you know what I mean.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
All right, Wolf. Since you want to say you try, let's see. 10 sit-ups. Because you told me to start
Damn.
telling you to do more exercise. 10 sit-ups. Do it. If you don't, I will not listen to any hydrate routines that you do.
23rd School Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dream Play Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between 2 challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action Challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end. Now, make your choice.
Kind of want to do the act. It's gonna be so cringe though, isn't it? Oh, cutscene.
What?
Oh, Jesus. Ugh. Should we do acting or action, chat? I feel like the acting is gonna be cringe.
But acting.
You know what? I'll do a poll. Alright, poll has been started. Which one are we doing, chat? You got 2 minutes to decide. 2 minutos.
That's right, Chad. The decision is up to you.
Yes, it is up to you.
Choose wisely.
I mean, Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know if that is copyrighted for YouTube's. So careful. I don't think it would be, but then again, Hello
It's
Darkness, my old friend was, so.
As long as I don't play the entire thing, it should be fine. I only play like the first 3 seconds.
How I'm slowly forgetting it. Help.
Shame. Shame.
Alright, we got 1 vote for the action challenge. Any other votes? Hmm. And now it's 50-50. Alright, we need someone to break the tie. Come on. We need just 1 person to break the tie. Come on, I know someone can do it. Ah, it's a tie.
We go again.
Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Another poll is up. Again, another 2 minutes on the board. Which one we doing? Acting or action? This time you can vote numerous times. That way there's not a tie. Okay, there's 1 vote for acting immediately. I wonder who that was.
I don't know. Who could that be?
I wonder. Huh. 2 for acting. Oh god. Gonna have to go with the cringe one, aren't we? Oh lord. I don't wanna be cringe.
But if you become cringe, you will become free.
What?
If you are cringe, you are free. You become free.
Oh, free. I thought you said food.
The fuck?
Well, you didn't say your thing all the way. That or Discord like cut you off. So all I heard was when you become cringe, you become I'm sorry.
See, that is the way. Embrace your cringe so that you can become free.
Got it. Is cringe. Damn. They're doing my boy dirty. Alright, looks like acting it is. Alrighty. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh god.
Dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting Stage.
I have no clue how many of these birds I've fucking pulled out of their places. I'm condensing stuff down. An ad will be starting in about 30 seconds, chat, just so you all know. Remember, you can subscribe to skip past all the ads. Okay.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3 stages up ahead. On each, you will find an outline of a script. These 3 scripts were written by the legendary filmmaker, The Watchmaker, and depict various stories from Penacony's era of pioneering. Your task is to bring those moments to life, find the right words, and act convincingly to make the judges feel the script's intended emotions. Oh, I wish you a successful performance. Also, a bit of trivia. The record score for this stage is held by a participant with fiery red hair. His exceptional performance brought even the strictest judge to tears.
Gallagher? No.
It's like he wasn't even acting
Gallagher has
at all.
brown hair.
We are running
Who the
out of
fuck
time,
could it have
so
been?
let's get this over with.
I can't think of anyone we know with fiery red hair that's a guy. Argenti. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're gonna have to wait. I gotta explore a bit. I'll get my, oh. I can't explore. You've, taken away the stairs.
Just take a look at this pair! Such stark quality. Since you've come as a pair, I'll prep a 2-person scene for you. You two, are you ready?
Ready.
Envision that you both, driven by the spirit of exploration, are arriving at the land of dreams that is Penacony for the first time.
Hi, Oob. Welcome in.
Instead of lush lands, you find yourselves amidst swirling sands and desolation, far from the paradise the Watchmaker described. You're driving an old clunker through the wilderness of the dreamscape, braving the cold wind, choking on the dust, and suddenly, a fierce memory zone meme blocks your path.
I can't take them seriously when they say meme.
Mr. Greyhair, what line would you deliver to express your disappointment in Penacony?
Do you usually express disappointment this way?
Very good. Now, though you're disappointed, your screen partner is conversely very enthusiastic. Now, young lady, you will say...
This is great! I love living on the wild side!
Very good, very intense! And then we cut to the story's next scene. You find a job mending the rails, but the days are long.
The days are long and laggy.
Can't keep up, and you finally collapse in the endless expanse of desert. Suddenly, sweet rain falls from the sky, wetting your lips and rousing your spirits. Now, Mr. Greyhair, what line will best express your surprise at this moment? But at this moment, your partner yet gazes into the sky, both her eyes closed. The raindrops fall, blurring her vision, and she tragically says...
Perhaps we were never meant to succeed. Right?
Fantastic! Both of you have an incredibly solid foundation in dialogue delivery. However, lines aren't everything in a performance. Please continue this story on the second stage. Up next, you'll be challenged with a body language test.
I hope these tests won't take too long.
There's my stairs.
Seek, and you will find.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for you. Picking up from where we left off, a heavy downpour saves you both stranded in the desert. This rain quenches the anger in your heart. You look to your companion, now completely devoid of fighting spirit, wanting to comfort her. At this moment, what should you do to make her laugh?
What?
Right answer! Your companion sees you rolling about in the sand and thinks about the arduous obstacles along this journey. She can't help but let loose a laugh, rekindling hope in her heart. And so this girl...
I'm gonna get back on my feet and keep moving forward.
A tug at the heartstrings! The story continues to develop. The heavy rain leads you both to sense a business opportunity. So you start venturing into the umbrella industry. But just as the business begins to pick up, competitors start flooding the market with low-priced goods, squeezing your market share. You have no choice. Goods you stockpiled at high prices have to be sold at a loss. This is a pretty self-destructive move, which drives your business to the brink of bankruptcy. At this moment, what would you, who refuses to admit defeat, decide to do? Fantastic! But it's a pity your friend does not agree. Seeing that you're up to your eyeballs in debt, she sees nothing but despair in her future. And then...
I leave Penacony in utter disappointment. Is that okay?
Of course! Absolutely! I was this close to tears! Both of you possess exceptional acting talent! However, the true test is yet to come. You're about to encounter the harshest judge this show has ever seen. You'll need to rely on perfect performances if you want to win them over.
Oh boy.
Welcome to the final stage. Actually, all the scenarios that you previously encountered were all from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Two companions arrive on Penacony with nothing but a dream. Their desire for achievement is met with continuous setbacks. Ultimately, one continues on, despite spiraling into debt, while the other concedes defeat and leaves. Many years later, their paths cross once more in the thriving Penacony. Yet, they refuse to acknowledge each other because... Against the backdrop of a revitalized Penacony, the joy of reunion mixes with the sorrow of past separation, the awkwardness of being strangers, and the shyness of a long-awaited encounter, all converging at this very moment. Give it a shot. Try and convey this bittersweet scene to me. Bring it to life with precise and emotive acting.
Is this ever going to end? I know! Why don't you try that clockwork thing you used before?
Your performance is far. God, I never imagined that such a sad scene could be portrayed by you two in such a joyful and heartwarming way. Two people sharing a long, cherished friendship, as if time and status meant nothing to them.
Huh? But we haven't even done anything! Is his imagination running wild again?
Brilliant! Your portrayal outdoes the original. It's simply beautiful!
We have passed the test. We ought to hurry up. The Stellaron is at stake.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Okay. Look, it's Wolf's favorite puzzle type. There we go. There we go.
Seek, and you will find. Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more important, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success. Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
Damn.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. Now, make your choice!
Gunfire, I'd rather go to gunfire trial than a time trial.
Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu! It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clocky scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms. Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and suspenseful story with him. Good luck in there.
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time.
Already don't like this. Goddamn bird. I can guarantee I'll be able to find you next time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in?
Very good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dreamville. Old Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf, and Bombhead are all raring to go. The brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
But what if I don't want to go forth and speak to anybody? Fine. I guess I'll socialize. Fuck.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help.
Yep, it's time to go speak to people.
Long time no see, Hanu. You look
Have fun.
stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam? Oh my! Are you telling me that Boss Stone has rallied the villains to seize Dreamville? What a dreadful twist of fate! Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. And I also know there's one just upstairs. But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first. No Jigsaw, no moving forward. Now scurry along, Hanu, but tread carefully. Two ne'er-do-wells are also eyeing those jigsaw pieces. Either outsmart them with the quick knockout, or ensure they don't catch you in the act. I can't wait to see you finish the Dream Jigsaw. Best of luck, Hanu.
Go away.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there. If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Thank you for the head pats. Okay. What? Damn birds! Get out of here! Oh. Give me 1 second, chat. Alrighty, my dog is whining at me to go outside, so I shall be right back. I'm also gonna use this time to grab some more snakes. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
Enjoy the wolf on screen on the BRB. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, chat. You may hear dog in the background, just so you know.
Luca being Luca as usual.
Yeah, he has his bone.
I see he is fully prepared to be a menace. Good to know.
Hi, Luca. Fucking Luca. No! Go away. Luca, no. Shut up.
What? I didn't do anything.
Sound like you were laughing.
I didn't even
at
say
me.
shit.
Sound like you were laughing at me.
Oh, I am. Because Luca's about to do untold chaos in that room.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Unleash the hound.
Oh, you see nothing, 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 you see nothing. Fuck off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Uh-huh. That what you always tell yourself when things are going to the left, or is today just special?
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment.
I can't listen to your voice. No, go away.
Damn.
It sounded like a discount slur, but I fucking couldn't, okay? Wait, where'd the enemies go?
Slightly disoriented.
Damn it. Just gonna beat
I
them
feel
up.
bad for whoever that was that just got called a discount.
Oh, they shouldn't have been a discount Zarbon.
Is that Hanu?
You're already dead, fam. You already massacred them. Why you continue? What have they done to you?
Existed.
Let them rest in peace.
I'll let them rest in pieces. That's what I'll do.
Well, damn.
5-piece, no bed. What the fuck?
What exactly is he talking
Hi,
about?
Luca. Hi. Can
It's time for me
you go away? Luca, no. Luca, no.
Clocky? I can also
Luca,
see
I
him.
can't give you pets right now. No.
Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything. Like right now. I can be your translator. Tick-tock. Hanu says, battle! We must do battle! The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville! Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just jumped inside that TV.
I don't wanna.
Sheesh. logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its limits.
Yeah. Yeah. It's...
Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is just exploding with all sorts of high-level shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. The malevolent mischief makers have broken into his home. But brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints for the storage room, ready for a do-or-die showdown against the baddies.
But we still don't have any weapons in hand.
Guess what? Hanu's favorite bazooka just so happens to be in that storage room. So get a move on.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
Where am I going? So do I... Look up, stop. No. Maybe I do go that way?
The storage room.
Oh, there it is.
It's behind the shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too. Careful. It looks like we've got more company. Get ready to fire! Here we go again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, the not so. Unstoppable Hanu has actually fallen! Quick!
Here we go again. But no big deal. We're pretty handy with this bazooka now.
Oh my! The Unstoppable Hanu has been spotted! Everyone, please proceed with caution!
That should be all of them, right?
Oh my! Hanu is on us!
But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka. Never mind. Let's hurry over to the next stage.
This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
I guess I gotta go further before I can go up there.
Seek, and you will find.
Nope. Okay, how do I get up there? Up there. Is this one? No. Oh.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
That's not creepy at all. How do I get up there? There. There. That just leads into that room. That leads downstairs. That leads up there. up to you. I'm gonna have to wait. I don't know how to get up to that puzzle. That puzzle is out of reach. One moment, I hear my dog getting into something. Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Look, I was trying to get into the trash can.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar.
He has food in his bowl.
In
Make sure
the
I
final
fed him
stage, you
when I
will face
took
the
him out earlier.
defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar.
Oh God. Do we gotta fight Firefly?
Welcome to the 33rd Scorch Sand Festival's third stage in the 20th season.
Oh, well,
Sponsored by
I'm sorry,
Soulblind
Firefly.
Enterprises
I gotta beat your ass now.
Superstar Showdown.
This isn't Hunger Games. We don't get to, you know, sacrifice both of us to save the other sort of thing. Nah. Sorry. I gotta beat your ass. Why does my reactive pet keep stopping? Let me try doing that. Arena 1 or Arena 2? I feel like... Okay, do we want Arena 1 or 2? Let's go purple. 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 Purple.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
You did not. You did not just call Argenti extraordinary.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Alright. Who replaced the MC with the Skinwalker? Okay then. Oh. I see. I have to fight Argenti.
Please wait! Handsome gentleman, beautiful miss.
I've done this before.
By the glorious light of beauty! I never thought I would see you again. In such turbulent times, your kind faces are as spring's gentle breeze, bringing solace to my scorched heart.
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
You've already heard of my humble title elsewhere? I am deeply honored. Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad-drive Intellitron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicaments safe and sound.
Huh?
I then led them all here to revel in the harmony with the countless
Hold on.
other splendid beings.
Okay, Galactic Ninja, I think I know who that is. This fucking... I can't think of her name, but I believe she's an imaginary type. Mini Rabbit Mech Pilot. Who the fuck would that be? Who pilots a rabbit mech?
I have no idea.
Stray cat duelist? Only cat person that I can think of is Cypher, but I don't think she would be out here. Quad drive Intellitron. You know what? Whatever.
Saving the world? What a righteous act of beauty! If that's the case...
And thus they give up on trying to fix it.
No, that won't do. The rules of the contest are sacred and inviolable, just like the beauty. What would be the noblest choice?
That's right. This magnificent dream is built upon the Stellaron and the countless sacrifices of many people.
Oh, to encounter deeds so vile they stir one's very soul. However, present-day Penacony bears no marks of the Stellaron's taint, and the family has always been renowned for spreading harmony. How can I be sure your words hold truth?
If I'm not wrong, the Knights of Beauty also received an invitation from the Watchmaker, right?
That's right. But what does this have to do with the Stellaron?
Actually, we've already met the Watchmaker.
It's clear to me now. Evidently, you are traveling in pursuit of the beauty's ideals. Go forth, my
Sure.
beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight. Joining the audience and offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
Thank you, Knight of Beauty. We don't have much time left. May we meet again.
Yeah!
In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Yeah, we will. Have some faith. Jeez. No wonder you were so depressed in our acting scene. Well, at least we didn't have to fight Firefly.
Charmony Festival. Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young guests.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival before entering the Grand Theater. I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a
Hi,
consensus.
Venom. Welcome in. And yes, you do
Both
need to stop in
and
more
the Oak
often.
family
Agreed.
cannot acquiesce to your request.
Good luck and CS.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos,
Feel free to
disorder,
lurk while you're
or
playing.
anarchy.
I don't mind.
Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you
And
must have
stream down in
glimpsed
the
the essence of that
background.
era. The vulnerable ruthlessly
Oh? What
eliminated.
happened?
Equality non-existent. Common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
Okay. I'll look at it in a second.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now it's not exactly the time. To be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
I'm sorry he's being mean to you, Venom. Huggies. Damn, okay.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use this Charmony Festival that I have bequeathed to
Ladies,
the
ladies, you're both pretty.
to realize their
But Wolf,
ambition.
to be fair, as far as I know, you don't play a lot of games with
Indeed,
Venom.
Dream Master.
So...
Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the
That's fair.
Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One, Shipe?
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang. Being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause someday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Xipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed. Patience is a virtue. However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so he should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the question. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first.
That guy just can't if it were me. After all, leaving it there.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the outcome of this choice. We passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers. Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony, we opened the cage door and let it fly back into the sky. I watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wings to fly into the sky, but fell to the ground, only to keep trying. Finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. But its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground, unable to grasp the direction of the air currents. The fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care, our given love and hopes, they all became the inevitable push that sent it to its death. I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser, and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life, except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
dream chaser story, but what cruel repercussion would this choice result in?
This question, I'd probably choose to ask.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite He sold his kids to chase a dream. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home. This person deserves...
Hold on a minute.
It seems he sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, with that thought...
Yeah?
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would only be more tragic. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels. Living in the dreamscape would be a mere pipe dream. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. They couldn't bear the resulting consequences, and thus wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision. And the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries.
Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar. Their confusion and fear are. If Mr. Sun with each trailblaze, dangers.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable, but the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No.
Hold on. The wolf thing froze again. I gotta figure out why it keeps doing that. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Okay, try it again.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. If with each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law.
If you want to try the
strong
pet command
prey on the
again, you
weak.
can.
They can
Should
live out
work
their
now.
lives happily during these brief intermissions.
Going good. Just listening to this dude
That 2 or 3
ramble on.
days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand,
You like to yap.
society's ideal system
Yeah,
should
you
be
do like to
7
yap.
rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
What is the price to
Damn
attain
it,
all this?
Wolf.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise
I mean, I get it.
means forsaking
Yeah.
reality,
No,
correct?
he sucks right now. But Jesus Christ, Wolf.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Not long ago.
Is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch...
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Yeah, okay, I'll hydrate. Fuck. Love you too. Enjoy your lurk.
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who who brought you here. Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
Alright, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose? Do you have any idea, Misha?
I guess... maybe this way? I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first...
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah, then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry, I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But, Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the Seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, Perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? Tick-tock.
Okay, that is creepy to hear as I'm lagging. Just tick-tock over in the corner. That, I don't like that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, thank you. I'm good. Mm-mm. Oh. I am good.
I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can origami birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember... Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think... I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further. I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Huh. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea in search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping. He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember? You said you...
Hey, this
Looks like we're just one step.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few? It's just like a hidden message, left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
Hello, Joshua Kitsune. Welcome in. Oh, lagging a bit.
All right,
There we go.
everyone. Let's make a decision.
Hello, Joshua Kitsune. Welcome
Although
in.
I don't think anyone will have any objections.
I object.
Oh, come on. Stop joking at a moment like this. We've come this far.
Okay,
Surely there's
fine,
no other
fine,
option than
fine,
moving forward.
fine.
In that case, the vote stands at 2-1. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream.
No,
and
I
tell
have not.
Mikhail our decision.
Planned on doing that later. Right now I'm trying to focus on getting caught up in the story. Feel like I'm still far behind. Why?
Where are you going?
You know what? Never mind. 2.
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Number 2.
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha.
I heard.
The compass is waiting for you.
I haven't heard what it is, but I heard there was a.
Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me?
So.
Now go, board that train and
Okay,
start
well your
journey.
number is 2. Also, hi Kana, hi Violet.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
But yeah, no spoilers for the concert, though I haven't seen
I'm going
it yet.
to clean the floor in the parlor car.
Please
I
and thank
promised
you.
the conductor.
I appreciate it. Let me move my mic
Wait,
a bit.
first
There we
tell
go.
me, did you fix this watch?
Maybe.
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Yay!
Well,
yeah, I'll watch it later.
It's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with
Damn.
me from now on.
I'm sure I'll be able
Have
to
a
find
choice.
it.
Wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor,
Enjoy your
I'll do the
lurk.
talking.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes.
Remember, we do have
I'll
lurk
teach you what
emotes
you
that
need
you
to
can
know.
use to showcase when you want to
Where
lurk.
you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next...
Yeah.
I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan.
I see. This place reminds you of home.
The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of Trailblaze will continue.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come. Farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next Watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it?
Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Astana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade, and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I want to write down that dream.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass. So, your name should have been Compassy. And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. There's still time. Please, wait a sec!
Never had Misha, so I didn't know what his stuff does. That's kind of cool. That's cool.
I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Aww.
So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
Hell yeah. Time to beat Sunday's ass. Right? Right?
Finally.
Maybe. No more exposition. Fuck.
Cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the
I
resonance
see
from the
you've gotten
legacy
tired
of
of
the
his yapping.
Trailblaze? Or
yes,
perhaps the bond between you is so strong
Why
that it even
Let him
impresses
yap.
an Eon.
He doesn't have friends. He's taking the
There
chance
might be
that he
another
has.
possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the
Cool.
upcoming Charmony Festival.
good to
And,
know.
of course, you won't be in the audience, but on the center
Thank you
stage.
for telling me, but keep stuff like that
Since
to
the future of the
yourselves.
Stellaron, Penacony,
Please and thank you.
and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
With pleasure. Thank you. I know you're just trying to be helpful, but... Ooh. Yeah, I already got that. I know you're just trying to be helpful, but, yeah, no more spoilers, please. Thank you. Claim. Can I get another ticket? Yay. Ticket. Num num. Tasty ticket.
he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, "In all fairness." Could it be that he's underestimating us?
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed
All
to
right,
his
thank
own
you.
philosophy,
Have a good night,
and genuinely
Unicron.
wants to prove that the Order is right.
Sleep well.
I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome unless he wins fair and square. That's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction, so a follower of the Order won't be a big deal.
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked. This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony and fulfilling Mikhail's and his predecessors' long-cherished wishes. Now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't materialize overnight, and they have the profound collective consciousness of the planet of festivities behind them. A desire to dream, to slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions have given birth to the sweet dream of the Order. They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon. This confrontation is far more complicated than a simple power struggle. To secure Penacony's future, fighting on the stage alone is not enough.
What do you mean? Are you not coming with us?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's heading off to another battle.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards. Even though the script he gave me only had a few lines, I couldn't ignore them. Because one of the lines said, "I'll experience death 3 times in the land of the dreams."
3 times? This can't be serious, right?
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true, but in a way that will only be revealed when that page is turned. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support for you. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony. And only then, my third and final death won't come true in the most terrible form.
The most terrible form? Does that mean...
The true death. Where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal sweet dream of the Order.
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
Have you made up your mind, Firefly?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express. May we meet again. in reality.
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. May your trailblazing expedition never end. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, you'll receive an invitation. That's your next stop.
Land of the Dreams. Penacony.
I hope you find whatever you seek there. Be it answers or salvation.
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
While I want to live, I'm never afraid of death. The opposite of death is eternal life, and that's something I'll never desire. People die, and I am no exception. Death is like a script, a fate that cannot be defied. But that's exactly why we have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one dictated by others. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. I believe I should die as a human. Though its definition escapes me, isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? A name that can be carved onto their tombstone. The tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. Then it changed to Stellaron Hunter. But one day, it will bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed at the end of her life.
That's quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan would actually work? Do all you nameless fools just act on a whim? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The Nameless may be young, but they had the ability to achieve this goal. Just like you did in your time. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Once something fictional is seen through, it ceases to exist. Yeah, not just those Nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn, won't listen or give up, no matter what. Well, fate is unpredictable, I guess. If we weren't bound by those cursed paths, maybe we could have had some good talks. But in the end, we managed to do it. And now we can find solace. Remember how those idiots cursed us? They said, "Go to hell, you worthless traitors." Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but if longing for freedom means going to hell, then I'll be joining you soon, you fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, I almost forgot. There's one more thing. Here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer. To the imperfect tomorrow.
It's warm here, isn't it? You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain. Let alone fresh berries in this desolate place.
I was just following the scent of life. It's particularly strong in a place like this. It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty juicy. The only downside is that when you chew it, it becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
I can still taste certain things, like a faint sweetness. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberries. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. When I think back on my past, I realize that what's tying everything together isn't the big events, but rather these small yet unforgettable moments. Don't worry about it. Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least I haven't completely lost my senses and memories yet.
Well, congratulations on adding another footnote to your journey. By the way, are you always alone?
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk a path deeper and farther than Akavilis.
Quite an ambition for such a small girl. So, what happened?
She became stagnant water.
Well, my condolences.
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely wanted me to say goodbye with a smile. So, that's what I did.
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or perhaps I'm just afraid.
Afraid? I rarely sense that emotion from you. What do you fear?
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the other days in my life. Most of them have already washed away with the rain, disappearing into an unseen realm. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too. There isn't much color left. And besides this faint, warm red, there's almost nothing.
Hard to imagine. a ranger accustomed to bloodshed, destruction, and chaos, finding warmth in the red color.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. Long ago, I promised someone that I'd bring it to more people. And that for every remaining moment of my life, I'd strive for a better ending for all. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. It represents a burning fire, a blooming flower, the berries in this cave, and life itself, fleeting yet still dazzling. In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence. And on the other side, I will cut off nihility.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. That's truly pure nihility. But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only when I look at this vibrant red fire do I realize that I'm still alive.
When will this rain ever stop?
Perhaps when the sorrows of the departed have finally quieted down, the sky will clear up.
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung? It's one of the paradises under the influence of the Harmony, a sought-after wonderland for the inhabitants of the Dardanu Major and Minor systems. Half an Amber era ago, the family held an unprecedented festival there. And after that, everyone on the planet became part of the family.
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes. Or how else can we explain it? The family deliberately used the Watchmaker's invitation to keep all the Pathstriders here, but banished the Emanator of the Nihility.
Because of the nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths, but somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them. Maybe that's the risk they're trying to avoid.
I would disagree. Biari Scamandros is not part of the credit system or connected to the Silver Rail. It's nothing more than a remote civilization sheltered by the Harmony. But Penacony is different. If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos. They have no reason to do that.
No, they don't. If they truly serve the Harmony, that is.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure. The Harmony here has impurities.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeront, the propagation, brought endless havoc to the universe, and it eventually evolved into a fierce battle among all eons. 2 paths lost their eons in that war, the propagation and the Order. Coincidentally, their downfall is related to a certain eon.
Shipe, the Harmony. Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator Insectorum, and devoured Anna the Order for unknown reasons.
Holy Forgaroni! So you're saying that the two leaderless paths are working behind the scenes?
But I don't see any descendants of the
Holy
propagation in
forkaroni.
Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Sky Cloud
I don't know why
are
that's so
hiding within
funny.
the family, trying to resurrect?
You got a forking
fallen
problem
Aeon?
with his language.
Can you
can't say
go
for sure.
that, please?
They're definitely planning something for the charming.
What, holy forkaroni?
Yeah. I was not expecting that.
Is this why you want us to leave Dono right away? Are you giving up?
Okay then.
The charming
Squeaky
festival
toy has
starts.
been summoned.
Shut up. No.
One thing that
No, I don't know what you mean. I am a
warp jump
perfectly
is the best way
fine
to do so.
doggo, okay? Shut up. Shut up.
Doggo doubles as their own.
I have
squeaky
another
toy.
plan.
Shut the fuck up. Son of a bitch.
Are you thinking of
The son of a nice lady to you.
abacus of allying
Oh yes, you're right. My bad. My bad, G. I'm so
The
sorry.
assistance from the Lawful Cloud Knights would be
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're also once-in-a-lifetime treasures.
Aw, he does care. For once.
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And IPC starships are gathering towards Astana. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who harmonizes the varied sounds?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival in our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal... Well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family have dreamed of this moment too many times.
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior of the Penacony Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad. But why is the venue still closed when the Charmony Festival is about to start?
And not only that, the entire theater is eerily quiet. No audience, no staff, no one around. Even if we're late. A grand theater like this shouldn't be completely empty. Let's explore around. Be careful, everyone.
Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. My internet blinked for a second. I gotta re-log in to the game. Many apologies. Okay. Welcome back, chat. I have to re-log into the game, and it's about to do it again. Can my internet calm down for like
Welcome back.
yeah, I don't know for how long, so we will see. Okay, we will see how long this lasts. What is the game? Here we go. Okay. Okay, chat, my internet doesn't like me, so we're just gonna call it there and raid somebody. I'm tired anyway, if you guys can hear me. I think you can. Pretty sure you can.
Oh, I can hear you at the very least.
Alright, well, that's at least one person, so... Alright. Yeah, it just keeps cutting out. I don't want you guys to try and deal with that. I'm tired, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. But as well. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. I'm tired. Leaf. Me alone.
Excuse me.
Oh, this person just went by. So we are gonna raid them. Seems like they're gonna go live. Cookie? Okay. The word is cookie. Ah. Okay. The word is cookie. For those of you that don't know, when we raid someone, we raid them with a random word. Usually it's food related, but not always. And today, that word is cookie. Be sure to join the Discord at !Discord in chat. Thank you so much, Wolf, for that. !Blue Sky to follow me on Blue Sky. And !YouTube to subscribe to my YouTube because I do not keep any VODs on Twitch. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye! It's okay. It's okay, Wolf. Yeah, that too. Help me move out by downloading Honkai. Every person that downloads it and at least gets to level 10, all the profits will go towards moving out funds. Because I need to start saving up. Okay. Now I'll catch you later, and bye.